In the endless prairies of North America, the sun slowly rose. Golden grass swayed in the wind, and in the distance, buffalo moved like living shadows. Native villagers lived in harmony with the land until the first settlers arrived. Their wagons creaked along dusty trails. Families walked beside the oxen, weary but filled with hope. They dreamed of a new beginning. But encounters with the native tribes were not always peaceful. Sometimes a single look was enough to know conflict was near. In frontier towns, a new culture was taking shape. The first duel on a dusty main street. Two men facing each other in silence, hands hovering near revolvers. Thus the legends of the Wild West were born. Life on the frontier was harsh. Men chopped wood and built cabins. Women tended fires, and children played with dogs by the doorstep. But danger lurked at night. Settlements could be raided in the dark, fear and gunfire tearing through the silence. Yet life was not only struggle. Rodeos filled the towns with cheers, where cowboys proved their strength and skill. At dusk, lone riders disappeared into blazing sunsets. Among them were women who wore the sheriff's star, defending the law with courage equal to any man. But the open roads also carried outlaws. Stagecoaches were halted by masked bandits, horses reared, and passengers screamed. Inside saloons, whiskey poured, piano keys clanged, and poker games erupted into fights. The native peoples held to their traditions. Around great fires, warriors danced while shamans beat drums, smoke rising into the starlit sky. But trade began to reshape the land. Cowboys, native warriors, and Mexican traders bartered rifles, blankets, and horses in noisy frontier markets. Then came the railroad. Iron tracks cut across the prairies, workers hammering steel while native riders watched from the hills, knowing the old world was slipping away. Battles grew fierce, cavalry charges against warriors on horseback, dust and smoke swirling. Yet in frontier forts, there were moments of fragile peace, soldiers and chiefs sitting at the same wooden table, eyes heavy with tension. And so the era neared its end. A lone cowboy sat by a campfire under a sky of endless stars, his horse tethered nearby, lost in thought. The towns grew quiet, their streets empty. Saloons closed, old bartenders extinguished the last lanterns. Ghost towns stood silent, tumbleweeds drifting across the dusty streets. Only the railroad remained, stretching like a silver thread across the horizon, the symbol of progress and the end of the Wild West. The free lands were gone, but the stories of cowboys, warriors, and settlers lived on, becoming legend.